Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to another video. The title of this article, another one from Screen Rant, I love it. I gotta give them credit, man. I mean, they're putting out a lot of content and things for me to comment on, but again, I can feel the dark side just flowing through me, even just looking at the title of this article. 10 most exciting things about REY's new Star Wars movie. Oh, good lord, let's find out what these guys have to say now. REY will return in a new movie, set 15 years after Star Wars sequel trilogy, and there are plenty of reasons to be excited. Audiences may have to wait 32 years from now to a sequel for the Star Wars original trilogy, but the sequel trilogy fans will learn what happened to Rey, Finn, and Poe less than a decade after the last movie, with no movies, TV shows, or other stories set after the Jedi Order. Rey's next adventure has limitless potential as it begins the next era. As far as Poe Dameron's concerned, Oscar Isaac is not into being Poe Dameron again. He made that pretty clear in an interview.
Does that reduce the chances of a return for Poe Dameron one day?
Probably, but you know, who knows? I need another house or something.
So he's not really very invested in the character of Poe Dameron, probably because he, like the rest of the cast, thought the sequels were done poorly. He actually, as a character, was cool. I actually liked him, other than in The Rise of Skywalker, where he had some really stupid lines. But as far as his character was fine. It was one of the few cool things about the sequels. But I don't think he's in a big rush to come back. But again, if they offer him enough money and he wants to get a new house, he will. And then they can have other stories set after the new Jedi Order movie as limitless potential as begins the next era of the Star Wars saga. No, this is basically everything's getting erased, right? The OT that they're hoping you do now is that you just focus completely now on this new era where they start again, and it's like, no, it's not going to work. Star Wars sequel trilogy laid out the foundation for Rey's story that the next movie can build on, creating a story viewers have always wanted to see on screen. Star Wars creator George Lucas' sequel trilogy plans and the expanded universe explored other versions of the new Jedi Order, allowing Rey's movie to do something unique. 10 aspects of Rey's new Star Wars movie have the most potential for expanding the franchise and paving the way for blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Okay, Star Wars Episode X, all but name. I wouldn't go that far yet. Rey's new story may technically be a standalone film, but it may as well be the next chapter of the Skywalker saga. Maybe they just won't do Episode 10, 11, 12. Like, they just won't do that, but I guarantee you, the hope here is that she basically now is the next era, right? She's starting the new Jedi era. They're going to do more than one movie. As a direct follow-up to Rey's story in The Rise of Skywalker, most people will view this movie as Star Wars Episode 10, which it is, basically. They're just not going to call it that, or they will call it that. Either way, it doesn't really matter. Anyways, whatever. It's... She's not a Skywalker. The irony. Star Wars Episode 10 in all but name, featuring Rey Skywalker that isn't a Skywalker by name. It's just, you can't make this up, you guys. I mean, I'm not falling for it, man. Daisy Ridley returning as Rey. Yay. Daisy Ridley is phenomenal in the sequels, displaying incredible emotional depth and elevating every scene her character was in. It would be exciting to see Ridley's approach to an older Rey, whether her performance is more reserved or she makes... Well, frankly, it doesn't really matter, right? Because she can get angry and constantly be over-emotional and angry and never fall to the dark side, even though the Jedi were taught the complete opposite. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. If you turn into an angry person, you're going to fall to the dark side. What happened to Anakin? Anakin got emotional. Anakin got angry. What happened? Fall to the dark side. Rey? Nope. Get angry all you want. It doesn't matter. Beat Kylo basically by getting super, super mad. Do all those things. Get super angry in front of Snoke. Doesn't matter. Even though he's like supposed to be the new emperor and he should be able to use that and wield that anger. Nope. Doesn't matter. She's angry she gets so mad that she shoots lightning as supposedly a good guy. it's just, so her emotions, it doesn't matter. She doesn't need to be more reserved. Will she make the character more optimistic and cheerful? With so many potential avenues for Rey and her new Jedi Order, Ridley has an opportunity to find the character a second time. How? She has no flaws. There's nothing here. Finally getting to see a Jedi Order being built. No, I don't want to see her Jedi Order being built. I want to see Luke Skywalker's Jedi Order being built, but we couldn't have that because we had to make Luke a bum, and we had to have a reason to make Luke a bum. And so we made him a total idiot who thought about what it would be like to kill his nephew because he had dark side in him, and I saw a vision, and the vision came true anyway, so all I did was piss him off because I'm an idiot. Yay! No, I don't want to see her Jedi Order being built at all. I don't. And probably they're going to incorporate all these Jedi that survive through the sequels. They don't show up at all. Grogu, who knows? And it won't make any sense because she's supposed to be the last Jedi and she has to start it all, but somehow there'll be more Jedis. It's just, this is Disney. A new part of the Star Wars timeline. Rey's movie will be the start of a new Jedi Order timeline. And that's what they hope. They want us to sort of put this old timeline aside. I know they're doing the Acolyte and they're doing a few other things, but ultimately, you know, the goal here is for Rey's new Jedi Order to sort of springboard a whole new generation of Star Wars, right? That's what they are hoping to do. As good as the prequels can be, Star Wars is always the most exciting when it ventures into the unknown, and Rey's Star Wars movie will explore a new era in the canon timeline. This means the narrative will be more gripping because the audience won't know what will happen in the future, creating tension around the fate of every character. That's literally what the sequels was, and they sucked. It was a new canon timeline, and it sucked. It started off, it was the sequels. We didn't know what was going to happen. Somehow Palpatine returned. Skywalker legacy without the Skywalker bloodline. What? She knew Luke for 3 days. What legacy? He didn't impart anything into her. He gave her 2 mediocre lessons. And then he showed up as a projection, and she didn't even see that because she was on the other side of the mountain trying to get rid of the rock so that the rebels could flee. So there's... What legacy? Because she saw him and Leia standing there? Is it Leia's legacy? Well, how did Leia have a legacy? Because she, quote, trained her? Well, no, she didn't. The books basically trained her. In fact, she decided to do the training course. She decided when she came and went. Leia didn't really instruct her in anything that we know of. So no, there's no legacy of the Skywalkers other than just this chick stole their name and is just going to do whatever she wants anyway. This is insane.
Rey Skywalker.
What it means to be a Skywalker. Give me a break. No one is going to fall for this. You're not going to replace Luke with Rey. You're just not. It's not going to work. You guys, I hope they don't spend a whole lot of money making this movie because you're not replacing Luke with Rey. No one's going to be happy about this. Answers about the Rise of Skywalker's ending. Sequel trilogy with many... Okay. While Rise of Skywalker included the main story of the sequels, it also left several mysteries unexplored. The film hinted that Finn was Force sensitive and made it possible for him to be a Jedi, and the New Republic still needed to be rebuilt after the defeat of the First Order. Since Palpatine returned one already, it was never clarified if he was gone for good. Something Rey may have to... Oh, yay! More Palpatine clones.
Doug, I'd like you to meet 4.
The trilogy also had several scenes and storylines that were never explored as much as they could have been, but Rey's new movie, like what? There's nothing there, man. So you might have Palpatine clones. Finn, that ship has sailed. Finn, he should have been a Jedi in the sequels, but we couldn't have anyone be a real Jedi in the sequels except for Rey, because we have to focus all of our attention on Rey. It's not going to work. This strategy's terrible. Connecting to the Dawn of the Jedi will be explained. This is going to be a disaster. Rey's New Jedi Order will take Star Wars into the future as James Mangold's Dawn of the Jedi movie takes audiences into the past, revealing the origin of the first Jedi. Because Rey learned from the original Jedi text and the sequels, her philosophy may resemble that of the first Jedi, creating fun connections between the two films. Even if Rey's Jedi Order takes a different approach, it will still be intriguing to see the two visions of the Jedi Order in the galaxy's ancient past and future. First of all, this is going to be a disaster. It's cool in concept, but there are certain things that need to remain a mystery. I'm not super mad about midichlorians. I'm okay with it. It kind of does give a bit of a sciencey edge to the faith-based part of it, which I'm okay with because I don't think everybody should be a Jedi. I don't think Sabine should be a Jedi. There should be some sort of thing that you are born with. That's just the way I look at it. However, there needs to be a mystery. If they reveal... this is going to reveal how somebody first became a Jedi. That should remain a mystery. That's one of those things when you're writing. It's good to have a little bit of mystery behind everything, especially in fantasy and in sci-fi fantasy. For sure, you would. A little bit of mystery is good in fantasy. Like, we don't really know exactly how God works in the Lord of the Ring, right? We don't know the mysteries of everything Gandalf went and did and saw, and how that impacted him and stuff like that when he I guess died and then he came back. Those are good things. You don't have to explain everything. Now, we don't want mystery boxes. We don't want 15 things in The Force Awakens that have absolutely no explanation. We don't want that. We don't want Rey doing mind tricks without knowing how to do them. We don't want those. Those are dumb. Those are bad. What we do want, though, is a nuanced mystery that's kind of behind a lot of this stuff that happens in fantasy. And now they're gonna do a movie exposing what that is, and that's just gonna take all the intrigue and interesting narratives and nuance behind everything away. It just is. It's stupid. I don't understand these people, why they think these ideas are good. These are dumb ideas. The idea that the Dawn of the Jedi is going to have some sort of link with the Rey Jedi Order, sure. But it's if it takes away all the mystery, then where's the intrigue to learn about Rey's Jedi Order, right? Like it's going to take all it's going to do is take away. There's no way it's going to add. 3 new Star Wars villains that aren't Sith or an Empire. The Sith have been the villains of every Star Wars trilogy. Well, they're going to have something else because Rey can heal or can turn people from the dark side by touching them, like she did to Ben. That's canon now. So again, I mentioned in my other video, it wasn't Han, it wasn't Leia, it wasn't any of those cool things that we were hoping. It was no, Rey cleared his mind of the dark side by healing him. So they can't have a Sith because she'll just touch him and it's over. They can't. Sith are the perfect foils to the Jedi and incredible villains, but it's time for Star Wars to move on to new antagonists. The First Order was essentially Empire 2.0, and the Rise of Skywalker, Palpatine, the Sith, and the main villains. Didn't you just write in an earlier paragraph about maybe Palpatine could come back, another Palpatine clone? The new Jedi Order and Legends face the Yuuzhan Vong, a warrior race beyond the new galaxy, while Luke's sequels would have had a crime syndicates band together against the New Republic. Rey's new Star Wars movie could adapt. I don't mind the crime syndicate idea. I don't like the Yuuzhan Vong idea because, quite frankly, they've been cherry picking things that they like out of the EU, so they decanonized the EU. Not that it was really ever canon, but they basically went out of their way to make sure everyone knew it wasn't, right? Like, take the debate away, I guess, is what they were thinking. But then they're just cherry picking stuff out of it. Oh, we screwed up and Rey's too powerful for Sith now. We don't know what to do. Bring in the Yuuzhan Vong. Bring them in because they're there and we know them and we don't have to think of anything on our own and make stuff up. We can just steal. No, man, I don't like that. Two possible references to Legends, New Jedi Order. Rey's new order will likely differ from Luke's in Legends, but that doesn't mean the movie can't include references to the original Jedi Order. Whether that includes adapting characters and locations in canon or throwing in fun Easter eggs for diehard fans, the writers can draw inspiration from the wealth of source material. The movie may even be a canon adaptation of Star Wars New Jedi Order books, just as Dave Filoni's Star Wars movie shaping up to be canon adaptation of... No, it's just theft. It's just theft. And they will take everything in those books and they will slap Rey's skin on Luke. That's literally what they're doing. They're replacing Luke Skywalker. That is the goal. He has to be replaced with... And then they're hoping that she becomes as popular as he always has been. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. No one is buying Rey toys. No one cares. No one cares. Like, for example, I would like them to come out with a Lego sequels game. Let's see how much it sells, right? Because they came out with the old movie games, and then they came out with the Skywalker saga. So those of us who liked the first 6 movies would have purchased that, right? I'd love to see them come out with a just sequels one. Let's see how good it does. Let's see how much it sells. Because no one cares about Rey. No one cares. This is such a mistake. This is going to bomb. But it's going to be funny to watch it bomb, I guess. Rey can call on almost any Force ghost. Yeah, again, yay, I'm in trouble. Come, Force ghosts, come hither. Like, it's just awful. Rey will not be alone in her quest to rebuild the Jedi Order since no one's ever really gone. Yeah, I'm not even going to read the rest of that. That is just, they ruined everything. Force ghosts were there to show up, give advice. They were limited. They couldn't just pop in anytime. There were rules and regulations and limits for them. It wasn't an easy thing, and they were there to either inspire you or teach you or whatever. They weren't there to do the fighting for you or their power flowing through you, which is, I guess, what they're trying to say happened at the end of the Rise of Skywalker. That just ruins everything, because now it's like, to me, it's no different than Grogu. Grogu's so powerful that the whole time, I said at some point in season 3 of Mando, at the end, Grogu's going to stick his hand out and everyone's going to be fine. And that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what he is. He's not even a character. He's just he's a baby that doesn't say or do anything except one thing. When everyone's in trouble, he sticks his hand out. Rey, same thing. When she's in trouble or there's something bad, the Jedi will just go inside of her and make her have more power. It's boring. It's lame. It sucks. There's no nuance. There's no nothing. They've taken it all away. This movie's going to suck so bad. This movie is going to bomb. No one is going to accept Rey being the new Luke. Nobody is going to accept that. It didn't work in the sequels. It's not going to work now. This is hilariously stupid. But thank you, Screen Rant, for this article, because this is probably what people that do actually like Rey in the sequels are hoping that they do, because those people are just anything. It doesn't matter. They don't need tension. They don't need real writing. They don't need real character building. They don't need arcs. They just need lightsabers, lights flashing, and, names like Skywalker and enemies with names that they read in Legends. Those people, they could do anything. They could literally have a lump of turd with a lightsaber, join Rey's order, and they would still like it. It wouldn't matter. They could do anything, which again speaks to my original thoughts on this whole thing with Disney. You could have just done the right thing and done things right with the OT characters. You could have just made everybody happy, because the people that like the sequels would have liked anything you did anyway. So all you really did is just piss off half the people that cared. So anyways, that's my thoughts, guys. You let me know what you think of any of these ideas any good. This is so funny to me. It's so hilariously bad. But anyways, you let me know what you think in the comment section. Thank you for watching. If you do like this content, please like and subscribe. Check out all my other content on my channel, as well as my sequels reimagined. You'll probably like the story a lot better than the sequels that we actually got. And thanks for watching, listening, and you have yourself a really good day.